today I want us to talk about the America First bullshit that Trump's been pulling, and apparently a lot of people fall for it.
And how can you blame them, to be totally honest? I mean, I know you want to say,
I want to blame them.
I know you do. But again, look at the book behind your head. That
Oh,
is the indoctrination.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
All these people, a lot of these people have been indoctrinated.
I know, and I know, and I don't want to blame them, and I don't mean it that way. Take that back. I'll cut that out of the video. I don't want to blame them. I just want them to go, oh my God, I get it. I see what you're saying. Teach me, I want to learn. Like they'll be like, yes, because
But I think we have to be better at explaining why America First is not America First.
well, let me get started right now.
Yeah.
America First sounds patriotic, it sounds strong, and it sounds like leadership, but it's a bunch of baloney when you're not really putting America first. So let's talk about what is actually happening under this Trump man now and then. And we got to do a little reviewing because the news cycle turns over 50,000 times. And
Right.
so it is so easy to forget. So I'd like us to take a little walk during wish we didn't have a good memory lane. I mean, wish we didn't have to remember this lane. Because you see, when actions consistently benefit one man's power, one man's image, and his inner circle of wealthy people, that is not America first. That's Trump first.
Epstein class.
But thank you, ma'am. These are not vague claims I'm going to say. They are specific actions. And it's all about Trump, and it's always been all about Trump. That's what narcissistic people do. Okay. And they'll tell you it's other things, but it's not. Starting with, and I'm maybe skipping a million things, but starting with pressuring Georgia officials to find 11,780 votes because after he lost. Hello, refusing to concede in the 2020 election and spreading lies about fraud, which is just total, oh my God, bullshit. Fueling the conditions that led to the January 6th Capitol attack on our democracy. It's all about him, and it's all about him keeping and gaining power.
And does not care about the law, does not care about the Constitution. And it's kind of ironic in a way and kind of like head smacking that literally everything he talked about and encouraged his base, the MAGA base, and the people that believed in him, they really believed he was about America first. They saw him as an American businessman. They saw him, being so the quintessential, white man in power and always, look at all these businesses and look how he was on The Apprentice. Most people didn't know that was fake. And that's the thing. I think people have been tricked for so long and fallen into this cult that it's really hard to see the truth when it's a really great stage play. I mean, everything he talked about really played into everything they believe.
Right. We've been played. And it's hard to admit that you've been played. Oh my God. It's like a horrible thing because you feel like an idiot.
Yes. But we have to embrace those people. Like at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, some people know are going to be horrific. They're death threats and they're racist and they're horrific.
But for the
Again,
most part,
no morals or values.
a lot of them probably aren't. I mean,
yeah, but there's a lot of people that really were tricked. Indoctrination, your book, all they have to do is read your book and then they'll be able to see that they've been indoctrinated. We all have.
absolutely.
Some of us see it before other people.
Right. That's all it is. Some of us, that's a great, you know what, Michelle, that's a great way to put it. Some of us see it before other people. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I'll take us down memory lane, if you will. Remember when Trump withheld $391 million in military aid to Ukraine because he wanted a public investigation into Joe Biden and his son, and he wanted it announced. He didn't want a quiet investigation. He didn't want to go through normal channels. He wanted to announce it publicly to damage his political rival. And Ukraine,
against the law,
do it. It's against the law. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't move forward with this announcement. And so lo and behold, that's using taxpayer-funded foreign policy leverage for personal gain. That's not America first. That's Trump first.
And he always said paying taxes you're, what did he say? Like, you're a chump if you pay taxes. Like, he never looked at taxes as anything that he wanted to pay. He never paid. And so he didn't care if he spent them or did whatever or broke the law. That's all he's ever done in his businesses. 6 bankruptcies.
Circumvent the
Come
law.
on.
Right. Circumvent the law. It's what he does. He's a con man. And
And
so,
people have been conned.
right. Very nice. Exactly. And that's exactly right. That is what my book's about. And it's not my book, as much as a little attitude I have right now, my book is really not about blame or shame. It really isn't. It's about the degree of being indoctrinated 24 freaking 7, 365 days of the year. And
Yep.
that is what we do. Do you remember January 20th, 2025? After Trump returned to office, Donald Trump granted mass sweeping pardons to roughly
Yep.
1,500 individuals connected to the January 6th Capitol attacks. These were full, complete, unconditional pardons.
For criminals, violent criminals who killed police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let them go. Yep. Yep, they were patriots. They were very nice people. They were loving. They showed so much love. And I just don't, granted, if you're a family member of those people and you are those people, you're excited. You're always going to support Trump for sure. But how do you justify that? Can you explain? Like, how do you justify, okay, I support this man. I want to support this man. I've been Republican my whole life, and he speaks my language and all these other things. But at the end of the day, we all saw with our own eyes what these people did. And to see with flagpoles and fire extinguishers and doors and crushing and yelling and jumping and punching, how do you justify that?
Oh, it was violent. Oh, we don't. I mean, we all saw it. And then, oh my gosh. So,
and then we're like, okay, that's okay. You can, not only can you get away with it and we're not going to hold him accountable, but we're going to allow the justice system to prosecute all these people, put them all in jail, then we're going to let them go. And that's okay too. What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's corrupt. It's corrupt. It's corrupt. It's corrupt. Individuals who were convicted of violent assaults on law enforcement were included in the pardon. Members of hate groups like the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, they had their sentences commuted or they were released.
I feel so bad for those people who have lost, those 5 police officers. I mean, it's horrific. I mean, all those people that were injured. I mean, there are people that have never been the same since that day.
They were traumatized. They were traumatized to near death, and some of them to death.
And you know what's sick is that a lot of people that broke into there and had never done anything before like that in their life, but they literally had been indoctrinated to believe with so much propaganda that somehow that the election was stolen. Yep. When, to be totally honest, the election that was stolen was just the last one that we had. And they're trying to steal it again coming up.
Right. And Cambridge Analytica for the first one. I mean, goodness gracious. That's a whole nother story. And of course, I am trying to stick to topic, Michelle, of course. Because that's
well, we can never do that.
No. So this was actually considered one of the largest blind mass pardons in U.S. history.
Yeah.
I did not know that, but I believe that. It's not really a huge shock to say that a House Judiciary Committee staff reported that about 30 or more of these pardoned individuals have already been rearrested, charged, and convicted with new crimes, many of which...
and horrific crimes. Sexual abuse, physical abuse. Yeah.
These crimes involve violent offenses, threats to officials, and serious felonies. One person was even sentenced to life in prison for sexually assaulting a child after being released.
Yep.
So, and this is not hypothetical. This is actually what happens when political violence is minimized, accountability is stripped away, and loyalty is rewarded over the law.
And is it worth it? Seriously? Is it worth it to make this much of excuses? This is horrible.
I mean, imagine people who have been indoctrinated by all this to the point where they will not stop supporting a horrendous human being. Honestly, if given like different circumstances, I think most of these folks would say, "Oh my God, he's a horrible." But it's like you bought into it too much. It's like you
We bought into it.
ego. You can't go back. It's like the backfire. I talk about it in my book. It's the backfire
Right.
effect. You double down even when presented with facts that are
I know. You
it's
can't dispute.
it's a human condition that we do this, and we have
Right.
to fight against it. Um, so
Which again, how do we, you know, how do we encourage people, um, you know,
I'm
to
starting
try and push
right. I
through
mean, what
that?
can we do? All I can say is, Michelle, that's a great question. How do we encourage people to lower their defenses and to feel like they're not going to? Donald Trump, going a little off script here, Donald Trump, imagine that, is not you. He's not me. And he's not people who watch and view our videos. He is himself. Your identity is not him. And if
Right.
you separate that, that is a really important first step, because who you identify with and who you connect with and who you feel like are your people are so connected to who you are that maybe you can't let go of that because you think you're letting go of maybe a part of you.
Well, and also how he's made you feel. I mean, this is like a relationship. This is
He's
like a
empowered
connection with someone. Yes.
and not in a healthy way, but he has empowered
No.
people to feel like they're being noticed, and
Right.
even if it's a negative.
Looked at and seen and
Yeah.
acknowledged. Yes.
So I would like to say that as silly as I get and as frustrated as I've been over these years, um, I, of all people, will take you under my freaking wing, okay, my little wing, and I will help you understand and I will teach you and I will be your friend and your community. You are not losing. You're just going to have to gain a different community. But you
And it's going to be better because it's one not built on lies. You're going to be built on the truth.
right, right.
And,
Yeah.
and that's, I think,
You'll be
what might be
welcome.
very difficult, especially if people have, trauma and already have so many other
Yeah.
inequities, just things that they feel insecure, they don't trust.
Life's
It,
hard for us. We've made it
it
hard.
is
It's hard as
definitely
it has to
is.
be. We're
This is the cult of Trump is real. And Dr. Stephen Hassan has written an amazing book, The Cult of Trump, and he has a really good um, Instagram page, and I think he's on LinkedIn, and how to not only get yourself removed if you're in a cult, but how you can help family members who are in a cult. Because how do you, I mean, I have friends whose husbands, they can't even talk to them, cannot even talk to them about any of this. And they don't really have a relationship anymore, husband and wife.
I have family members like that too, in my life who, one of which is reading my book right now. And I'm
What?
almost positive that he has stopped because I haven't heard much.
One?
One particular family member who is reading my book.
Wow, that is amazing. How did
Yes,
that happen? How did you get him to read it?
I did not get him to. I do not know. I did not think he would even look at it
So how do you know?
because he's commenting on it and telling me where he's at. So I'm like blown to bits.
Texting you?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's pretty interesting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm just kind of he's well into his 90s and he's
Well, Kim,
yeah,
I'm sorry, but if he, how he lands politically, and he would to pick up your book and take a look at it,
I gave it
that's
to him.
huge, and that we have to encourage. We have to
Oh,
encourage
I'm
because
thrilled. I'm
again,
thrilled.
I have people that you would, and I'm pretty sure you felt this way, that he would never pick up the book, never even introduce. So that
I
he
gave it to
did.
him and I signed it for him. And I said, "Your daughter wrote a book." Okay, it's my dad. Fine, I just said it.
Oh, it's your father.
So I kind of gave it to him and handed it to him. And my sister made a big, "Oh yeah, Kim wrote a book." She made like a big. She was, I mean, because she's
Yeah,
like,
it's huge, huge.
he's reading it, and so
Oh my God, that's amazing.
point. Yeah. So people can change people. And I'm not saying
They can change. They can change. We need to encourage them and we need to give them books. So buy Kim's book, give it to, or just leave it in the bathroom. Leave it on the side table. Leave it on the nightstand. I
but if you
mean,
have a community, there is a community that will they will not look down upon you. They will have open arms. I promise you.
and do you see he said he's going to pardon all of his cabinet before he leaves?
That's crazy.
Like, I know they're all committing crimes, so I'm just going to let you know you can commit all the crimes you want because I'm going to pardon you.
Why ever would you have to pardon them? For what? If they
Right.
have a crime?
I wonder why.
So confusing. And then the next thing, oh my God, this week, the freaking audacity. And you know, I'm not religious, okay? Donald Trump stands in front of the press this week and criticizes the Pope. I say the Pope, not just
after he depicted himself as Jesus.
After he, right, not for being not tough enough on crime. Let that sink in, okay? The president of the freaking United States of America is now acting like he understands Catholicism better than the Pope,
right.
Better than the Pope, a man who issued mass pardons to roughly 1,500 people connected to an attack on our democracy that he set up, is now lecturing the Pope about morality and crime. You can't make this shit up, okay? And you can't make sense of it, and you can't twist it into some sort of integrity. It's you cannot twist this into integrity. And while all this is happening, while Trump's telling the Pope how it is,
yeah,
Trump decides to cut and restrict the federal funding that streams to Catholic charities in the USA.
Of course. Do you expect any less?
These are
lawsuits, I'm sure, were filed immediately the next day. So everything he does gets reversed and gets changed back, and having to pay back money for all these tariffs that he created and having to change all these laws, everything. Again, we have to get him out because
destroying the country from within.
Too much time to change everything back.
He's destroying this country from within.
Yeah, and without.
And without. The people, other countries look at us as pathetic.
We are.
I agree.
You're right.
Placing children into safe care is what these charities do. They're Catholic charities of USA. They support foster care. They support adoption services, resettling refugees, vulnerable families. They provide emergency food, housing, and stability. And let's be honest what this looks like, because I want to say it. When you publicly attack the Pope, oh my God, when he refuses to bend to your rhetoric or your politics, then you move against institutions tied to his mission. That is not policy. That
his
is
mission. It's the Catholic faith.
Revenge.
How many Catholics there are?
It's revenge because he won't bend the knee to your lunacy. Who pays the price, though?
That's who he is. That's who he is. And maybe that's another reason why people don't go against him. People are afraid.
Oh, he's there.
Look what he does. I mean, he's already taught people, you go against me, you're not loyal, this is what's going to happen to you.
Love that the Pope isn't afraid. Love that.
That's right. That's what we have to learn, that a lot of these people that are going against him. Get Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I'm pleased, very pleased that she's finally standing.
For a while, and she's still
truth, and she's still
an idiot, but you know.
But God, she's, you know what?
Yeah, you have to give him credit. There's a lot of courage for what she's done.
She's done a lot of really bad
threats to her son.
But you know what? It came down to her kids, and she drew the freaking line.
That's right.
That's something to be.
That's right. That's right. So you got to respect that for sure. I think that's, you know, how many other people, hopefully she gave sort of cover to encourage that they could do the same thing. And I hope that that did happen.
When you speak out.
You should reach out to her and give her your book.
I sort of thought that she'd be like, who the hell are you? I would love to. I would.
Yes, why not?
Yeah, what the heck, right? Because you know, the biggest thing is all these horrible things that Trump is doing, putting himself above everybody else. It's not about the American people. It's about him. Okay. It's not hurting the Pope. I mean, might be hurting him emotionally and spiritually, sure.
Right.
But it's hurting children and families and the most vulnerable people.
Yeah, I mean, Catholic Charities does a lot. And they're one of the only few organizations that's left because he's gutted everything else in the federal government. So
look at the contrast for a minute. Pardoning and protecting political allies tied to violence. Cutting and pressure placed on organizations that care for children. This is not a coincidence. This is not leadership. This is revenge.
Yep.
Loyalty and control driving decisions. It's
No,
and
it's silly. It's devastating. It's
this is not
absolutely
America first. This is not America first. This is Trump first at any cost. In conclusion, Trump's doing all this.
Yeah.
You're letting him. He's caused all these. You don't get to cause
No
a problem and
reason.
then act
No.
like you get to fix it when you caused it.
That's
Hello
right.
and welcome to you don't get to create a horrendous problem and then be turned into a hero for trying to fix it.
Right. It's like burning down someone's house and then coming over with water saying, oh, look, I can put out the fire. Well, fucking, you started it. Yeah.
Inhumanity is never the answer. Hate and lack of education is never the answer. Being a con man, being manipulative, circumventing our Constitution is never the answer. So if you believe, like Michelle and I do, that it is way past time, white folks stepped up to the goddamn plate and started taking racial responsibility.
Wake up.
Please watch this video, learn from this video, send it to people who, if you already know all this, send it to people who need it, like it, subscribe to our channel, follow us on LinkedIn, read the descriptions below, help us spread the word. Look at our books, go to my website, find out about Michelle's wonderful book she just published, find out about my wonderful book. We are here for you. If you are a former or somewhere on the fence that you believed in MAGA and now you realize, we are here for you. We're not going to make you feel like crap. We're going to teach you. And it'll feel
and support you and try to build a better America together, because where he's heading us, no one's going to like. And we're going to be very uncomfortable, unsafe, hungry, sick. It's really devastating. It truly, truly is. And there's not much time left. So I'm hoping May 1st is something that we're able to come together to do. I hope that collectively, you're reaching out to people in your community and get to know your neighbors and stocking up on food and water, because again, you have no idea. This is not going to be good. And as my mother always said, you better be safe than sorry. So let's hope we can encourage some people to engage, learn a little bit more, get the courage to speak out to family and friends, watch, the news in Substack and other independent media. Don't trust a lot of the media, the national media, because they're not telling you the whole truth. There might be little pieces of truth, but it's not the whole truth. And it can be very overwhelming and confusing. But that's why Kim and I want to be able to share as much as we can about the truth to support you. We're here. You can always reach out, comment, reach out to us. And we really, obviously thank everybody for engaging and watching. So Kim, thank you.
Yeah, it's, racism, unfiltered, white women talk.
Yay!
We can talk.
White women talk. White women can talk.
We do a lot of talking.